Homeworthy! I'm Laura Cheung Wolf. Welcome to my home in Hong Kong. Come on in.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hello, my name is Laura Cheung Wolf, founder of LaLa Curio, home decor brand that specializes in hand-painted, hand-embroidered wallpaper. Welcome to my home. So Hong Kong, as you all know, is one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the world. And in this concrete jungle, the beauty of it is that there's stunning, stunning nature. So for me, the most important part of the home is to have a beautiful, unobstructed water view. And here we are in Clearwater Bay, Silver Strand. It is a villa, and it is quite unusual in Hong Kong as most of the houses are of apartments and skyscrapers. So I love the openness of it and the stunning sweeping views of only water and islands. And we have a rooftop and a small patio in front. It's perfect for our little family of four. I work with panoramic scenic wallpaper for work, focusing on reinventing artisanship. So the most important part of me in the interior is to celebrate these old crafts and making it relevant and usable for a home. Since my deepest passion and mission in life is to reinvent ancient artisanship, it is only natural that we bring in all these elements within our home. And with two young kids, it's interesting to see how we can weave in these delicate, intricate crafts into a very comfortable, usable space. Welcome to my entrance foyer. You'll see in the dome ceiling is upholstered with antique obies, the belt of a kimono. I now live in Washington, D.C., and one of my favorite rooms in the history of decorative arts is the Peacock Room that is now at the National Museum of Asian Art at the Freer Gallery. And here we are, our version of the peacock, greeting you as you enter in the space. Over here in our salon, we have a lovely sliding door depicting a snow scene. This is our tone-on-tone hand-embroidered panel depicting snowflakes sparkling on branches. And this opens up to our TV wall. And here, one of my favorite decorative screens in the house, it depicts a jungle scenery of monkeys chasing Birkin bags. Who doesn't like Birkin bags? Our sofa is very casual and very comfortable. The kids can bounce on it. This one is super fun. It's a rocking bamboo chair. The kids love playing with this. We love the different finishes, from the chagrin that you see here to this gold skin parchment that you will see on the coffee table. It's all very subtle, but the different textures and materials really make a beautiful ensemble. The tiles on the floor are all hand painted as well, and it is on volcano rock. And then here, this is also of goat skin too, on Macassar wood. So we just love the interplay of different materials. Welcome to our dining area. Here we have an antique base for our dining table with a custom limestone tabletop. All the chairs are 18th century antique, and we reupholstered them in a very happy yellow. Here we are in our open kitchen, and paying tribute to blue and white Chinese porcelain. We have modeled our kitchen in the blue and white theme, and every single tile that you see here are hand painted in an underwater poetic theme, and modeling my two children, Enzo and Maya, as babies, sitting in shells and looking like mermaids, and sleeping on fish as well. Very playful and super cute. And here on the countertop, we've used lapis lazuli and juxtaposed with this lovely antique brass sink that we ordered from England. The tiles on the floor are typical Hong Kong tiles from the 70s, and these are so charming with the retro vibe, and we love mixing the ensemble together. When I'm in Hong Kong, I mostly enjoy Chinese home cooking meals, and part of the joy is the sharing of food with the family and friends. And the way that we eat is all for sharing, and there's many different dishes for every meal. My American husband likes to say that it looks like Thanksgiving every single day. Now let me show you our tiny little jewel box, our guest bathroom. An absolute gem. You're literally transported into the underwater world. There's the lovely coral ground of stunning sea fans and corals and anemones richly embroidered, and the jellyfish that are depicted in such a fluid manner, and the layers and layers of embroidery works that you will see up close with pearls and beadwork that makes it so fluid and three-dimensional. Now we're going up the winter garden stairs onto the next floor. This is our winter garden stairwell, depicting this architectural triage, a trellis work that has vines crawling through the lattice work. And we call this collection the Lucky Charm. It is all the lucky totems from all different cultures, over 30 of them. Everything from grasshoppers to phoenix to horseshoe to acorns, clover leaves. Every single time I walk by, I find new treasures. I absolutely love the kids' room, and I have always dreamt of creating the dream bedroom for them and connected to a playroom. And our playroom opens up into a multifunctional space where it's also a meditation and yoga room as well. Whilst it's very dreamy, very poetic, it's also very playful. The kids' bedroom ceiling is incredible because we have taken my son Enzo and my daughter Maya's horoscopes and worked out a constellation map and hand painted and hand embroidered it on silk. So here we're in Enzo and Maya's room. They share a room. I have very young kids, 4 and 6 years old. And the wallpaper that you see at the back is the Adijiti Giving Tree collection. The Giving Tree is one of our favorite storybooks of all time. And we honored the Giving Tree with our wallpaper over here that is all hand painted and richly embroidered, like little lollipops on the tree. And then up here on the ceiling, we have Enzo and Maya's horoscope drawn as a constellation map and gold leafed and hand embroidered in sparkles. They love counting stars when they go to sleep. And then Enzo's favorite animal, the giraffe. With the giraffe guardians, we have over here a sliding door that opens up to our playroom and also our meditation room as well. And this beautiful jungle scenery with lovely yellows and sages are hand embroidered with raffia and wooden beads. This is a chair from Africa. As we walk through this space, you'll see a lovely African collection from primitive masks to what we have here of old relics, moldings from dilapidated architecture that has been turned into a chair. I like to start with a color palette, but I really am notorious with throwing things together and somehow making it work. So I do believe that it's also a natural sensibility, but I love telling stories through every object that I place within the space, from the details of the curtains that you see here, which is of Japanese antique obies that we have cut up and turned into the trim of our blinds, to the wood block printing from India of our quilts, hand embroidered Italian linens of the kids' names, to of course the rich embroidered textures of pearls and sparkles and paillettes on the ceiling, and also with our little three-dimensional pom-poms on the walls. In here is our goldfish dreaming room. My husband and I do yoga and meditation in this room with Japanese tatami floors, and all the toys are hidden inside these lovely wardrobes, and the kids have a great time playing here. And if you look up, the ceilings are also of our goldfish dreaming collection, where you see golden gilded clouds and silly little goldfish flowing amongst seaweed and corals, hand embroidered with natural freshwater pearls, and then you see the tips of the bamboo. It's really a dreamy, poetic merge of the clouds, bamboo, and also underwater goldfish. That's why we call it goldfish dreaming. So we're 3 generations specializing in imperial crafts, and my training is as an interior designer. I went to school at Parsons, New York, and practiced as an interior designer in New York and London. And so 11 years ago exactly, I started my brand LaLa Curio, and it is a home decor brand specializing in hand-painted, hand-embroidered wallpaper. And we're driven by the mission to reinvent and preserve these ancient crafts, making it fashionable and relevant again. And we are a global company. I'm now based in Washington, D.C., and we also opened our flagship at the Peninsula Hotel in Hong Kong. We like to bring in global perspective into our work. So I was born in Sydney, raised in England and Hong Kong, and having lived in New York, Paris, Tokyo, you really see the cultural alchemy within our work. It's whimsical. There's definitely a whimsical spirit in what we do. We have a team of 20 artisans who specialize in fashion couture embroidery in India, and also our 2,000-year-old Gombi painting technique in our hand-painted atelier in Suzhou of China. So my grandmother specialized in cloisonné, and cloisonné is an imperial craft back in the day, only being used in the Forbidden City. And I had photos of myself as a 2-year-old playing in her atelier, riding on cloisonné elephants and surrounded by beautiful, intricate cloisonné objects. And this has definitely shaped my knowledge and taste for decorative arts. I did my master's in London in history of decorative arts as well. Everything sort of comes back in full circle, and I am so happy to be able to continue the lineage and promoting crafts, and hopefully enticing younger generation to be a part of this journey and making sure that the crafts don't get lost for future generations. Welcome to our primary bedroom. Here, this room, the color palette is to celebrate the season of fall. We have lovely maple leaves that are all tie-dyed and hand-embroidered with an applique technique on sisal, and dressing our backdrop feature wall. The same design is spread onto our quilted bedding, and also with matching pillows as well. And then this other headboard also has one of my favorite Japanese obi's collections. I love to repurpose collections of fabrics into something that I can use every day. And then in this hidden door is my wardrobe. Love this. This is my winter jacket. I literally can just wear anything from t-shirt to jeans to a fabulous dress, and I throw this on and I feel super fabulous. And then pink, just like our brand LaLa Curio, this pink Giambattista Valli blazer is also very versatile. So I run in and out of meetings in this. I pick up the kids in this, and I always get lovely compliments because of its kimono cut and with the waistline that makes you look super chic. And you know, sometimes even in my workout clothes, I slip this on and it's a new look. This floor is a basket weave design that has combined 3 different woods of maca tree work, and we love the contrast of the colors and something that might look super busy in the space, but then works so harmoniously within the interior. So here in Hong Kong, we are very limited in space, so the design of the house is very much factoring into doubling up functions within rooms. So here we have sliding doors with our majestic ginkgo designs. And you see the green and the yellow here, that's also of a tie-dye technique, hand embroidered and with golden beads on Thai silk. It sets the walls that open up to our stunning water view and also our study room. So this opens up fully. So you get all the fresh air and the sweeping views. And this is where we do our work. We traveled extensively in Europe to search for antiquity. My family is in the decorative arts and furniture business as well. So at some point we brought a lot of European antiques into Asia as well. And then this particular piece is from Belgium. Always think about interiors as painting in a 3-dimensional space. It's all about composition, highs and lows, and scale, and also highlighting special objects like our one of my favorite pieces from my grandmother's collection of a cloisonné vase. It is on bronze. All the patterned cherry blossoms that you see here are are bent into shape with bronze wire, filled in with enamel layer by layer, fired and burnished and gilded in 24 karat gold. It's just the intricate details that you would get of cloisonné that are antiqued, or a lot of our collection is from the 70s. You really can appreciate the intricate craft as you look closer with the key fret design that is so minute and so detailed and with so much details. And of course, here are my collection spans from food to design to Chinese poetry to Chinese literature as well. One more item is the 3 of us. This is of me, my sister, and my brother, the 3 of us. So the 3 of us are super close. And I got this piece from, it's from our African collection, and it's all hand carved, and it's so geniusly hooked in as and connected together seamlessly. I just think it's a very chic piece that looks great on a bookshelf. There's a little terrace out there for a morning stretch and some fresh air. And then over here is our bathroom. And our bathroom is inspired by, you definitely see Oriental Japanese motifs here. The everything is made bespoke and inspired by the aesthetic movement, one of my favorite art movements, celebrating beauty for the sake of beauty, and the Oriental motifs that are within this period as well. And this is made of burl wood with hand-painted chrysanthemum. And this lovely big mirror also allows me to share my collection of Japanese ceramics. The tiles are actually from Spain, and you'll see the different shades of teals and blues, and really giving it a cerulean feeling that leads you into the open air of the stunning water view by the bathtub. I'm super close with my dad, and we both share the creative streak and reinventing old crafts. So for him, his way of collecting, he always does these very bold moves, like buying up an old temple in India and collecting every single piece of column and ceiling woodwork that he would then turn into furnishing pieces or decorating them in interiors. And then our next phase was collecting African primitive wood carvings, and he has done extensive travel out in Africa, and here is part of this collection that we get to enjoy in our little journey up to the rooftop. Entertaining at home is a storytelling process. We go through each of the space and introduce our scenic wallpaper that means a lot to our family. Everything from the details of the hand-painted tiles on the kitchen where we share a drink, to traveling up to the rooftop where the stunning sweeping views of the water view with the islands surrounded by palm trees bring you to anywhere from Amalfi Coast to the south of France. We definitely spend great attention to details in entertaining, everything from our tabletop hand-embroidered linens to our stunning porcelain that we have a great collection of, from antique to bespoke. And also exploration of different flavors. We love of course, the Asian flair, but also very cross-cultural. But our style of entertaining is very free flow and definitely more on the casual side, although we love to dress up and be whimsical and fashionable as we always are. Here's our hideaway from the city, this lovely little rooftop. This is where we take a drink, do a little barbecue, and enjoy nature. We created this lovely hand-glazed tile collection for the interior of Soho House in Hong Kong. And we had some extras from the order, and we managed to repurpose them to create this lovely island kitchen on our rooftop. Love it that we don't have to have these beautiful material to waste, and also creatively figuring out of the few pieces that we have remaining how we can create a surface with it by making this checkered pattern with the two colorways. We wanted a Mediterranean vibe to our rooftop, and looking at the floors, we had cracked limestones imported from France as the flooring, creating this really dramatic tiled floor, just like Greek islands, and also plaster work that is on our white little villa house. That is, you see the hand texture of the plaster work is also mimicking dwellings on Greek islands. And also these lovely dramatic terracotta flower pots that we have local tropical plants within. For me, the most important thing of the home is to narrate my personal story and my home. And for me, through the decorative objects that we have collected over the years, and some of the family collections, and also telling our story through our murals, through our scenic wallpaper, is something that is very special to me. Everything from the seasonal changes, our love for skiing that's depicted in our TV wall, to the kids' horoscopes being shown in their ceiling constellation map, to our blue and white tiles that are hand drawing of our kids as babies. Each and every detail that highlights intricate crafts and also brings a fashionable flair of layers and textures within the space is an inspiration to me daily, whilst being very comfortable as a family.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.